Meanwhile, take a look at the cover of the New York Post. It really is. It should say ingrate. Instead, it says insane. I mean, these people, about 43,000 have come to New York City since last spring, many of which bus from Texas. So a free bus ride, then they get free accommodations, then they get free food, then they get clothes, then they get MTA passes. And if you go to Brooklyn, you get a beautiful water view and you get ferry passes. Everything that you need, including information on how to get a job and where to go and how to apply. And instead they go, well, we don't want to leave the Watson Hotel. We don't want to go to the Brooklyn terminal because we heard it's not nice. Meanwhile, you got 90 toilets, you got countless showers, you 4 times that in terms of sinks. And what you do is you get the word free. So you come to our country, we are writing the check. Now, it was 3 weeks ago where that mayor said, we are overextended. Everyone's got to cut 5% of their budget, including police officers. Guess where the money's going? To these 43,000, many of which ingrates, who come here and say free is not good enough for me.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, isn't the whole point for them to get jobs so that they make money and they can pay into the taxes here in America? So hopefully they just stay in these shelters for, a week or two, and then they go out and they get jobs and they make their own money. Then they're able to pay their own rent.
Right. But Todd mentioned the activists who are over at the hotel who are essentially, and the mayor mentioned it as well, who are essentially stirring up the migrants. The New York Post has got an op-ed today, and it talks about how these particular activists seem to be pushing and trying to get better affordable housing for people who live here year-round. And what they're doing is they're essentially using the migrants. The Post writes, the standoff is not about justice or migrants. It's about using an opportunity to advance left-wing power politics. And if New York's most compassionate have to use the migrants as their megaphone, they are okay with that. Ainsley, you talked to a guy who worked over at the Row Hotel. It used to be known as the Lullaby of Broadway, the Milton Plaza. And they've got so many migrants there. They have
one of several hotels.
They've taken over in a big way. Watch.
There's no accountability. The city, so-called running the program, allows these people to destroy these rooms. There is no daily supervision. There's too much alcohol, too much drugs, and too much violence. And you have teenagers, going into the staircases and making out, and like it's a lover's lane. I mean, this is a free fall for all. This self-entitlement is beyond belief. They believe that, the hotel is theirs, and they're going to do what they want. And our general manager really don't care about any of the workers' toxic conditions or hostile conditions. All he cares about is the money.
He said the city is paying for these hotel rooms, so your tax dollars are paying for this. And he said they're making more money off of these migrants that are staying at their hotels than they are tourists that come into the city. He said they leave the rooms with trash all over it, beer bottles everywhere.
We saw some of the pictures.
Yeah, we did, and that's from the Row Hotel that he sent in. And I said, are you worried about losing your job? Why are you speaking out on Fox? And he said, someone has to stand up for my union workers that work with me. He's a mitt runner, so he runs, if you need a toothbrush, if you need more towels.
He's the guy.
He runs from 3rd floor up to the 28th floor, giving them whatever they need.
You think they're getting that Honduras, Ecuador, El Salvador, Venezuela? They come here for free, they stay for free, and they wreck the place and show no grace in these rooms. Whoever wants to stay in the Watson Hotel